So the previous weeks, there have been many weird things that have been happening on Uganda social media, Uganda Twitter. So apparently I was just chilling and then I saw snakes trending in Uganda. So I was like, has there been like a new species of snakes, or what's up with snakes? Did snakes escape from a certain like reptile habitat or something and it has invaded a certain village? What happened? So I had to look into it and then I found stories. So hi, I'm Rose Basimo and today we're going to talk about juju in Uganda, or occultism, witchcraft, wizardry, whichever word you want to use. Let's go with that. So here I'm going to read a story. It's not my story. I'm going to read the story I found. Then I'm going to talk about it. So here we go. OMG, Kati, Linda, there is another guy in Munyonyo. He has a very big house, nice cars, guy is handsome. He's the complete package. That's what I can say, but this guy is into occultism. When he likes you, he will do anything for you. I met him at Sunday Fun Day. We started seeing each other, we went on dates, the money was there, so I fell in love. A day reached when I had to go to his house. We didn't have, sex. He was watching football and it was a bit boring. But I was getting everything I wanted, so I didn't care so much. But I kept on asking myself if this guy was gay or what. Cause I'm pretty. Body is on point too. Well, it was 1 a.m. when we went to bed. And after some time, he left me alone in the room and went. I thought he was in the washrooms. Guy came back with a snake on his arm and asked me to breastfeed it. I froze. You guys, just imagine. Okay, let me complete the story, then I'll talk about it. He froze. I froze. I thought I was dreaming. Then he was like, so where do you think the money you eat comes from? That's like Uganda, but those who don't understand when they say, where do you think the money you eat comes from? It's more like the money you're enjoying, the money you're spending, the money you keep getting from. Where do you think it comes from? So eat. Direct translation from Uganda. Yeah. I almost lost my life. I froze for minutes. My dear, I tried to run, but I couldn't. The guy didn't care. I think he knew what the boss does. I begged the guy, but he refused. I ended up breastfeeding the snake. This happened in December. Mind you, now we are in March, in April, but this story came out in March. I have never healed. I went to see my pastor and we have been praying together. He warned me that if I dare tell people, I'll lose everything that's precious to me. So I live with that. Guy, I saw this thing, like when I first saw this and whatever, different tweets, of course, people were making fun about it, saying whatever, but when I first read it, in my head, I was like, okay, I believe the Lord exists. Obviously, then that means evil exists as well. But in my head, logically, I was thinking, okay, so breastfeeding a snake, did it bite you? Like, I feel like it's the story. I feel like I wish the story, I think she's trying to stay incognito, but I feel like the story has a lot of questions, like when, why, where, but you get, it has a lot of those things. So I'm like, did it bite you? Was it poisonous snake? Was it just licking? Because that kind of snake even suck. Like I like in my head, I'm like, oh, maybe it's like not these normal snakes and it's like some other kind of snake. Like, there are many questions and it's not like I have the person and I can ask them the question so that they answer me. So you guys, what do you think about this story? Because I feel like as stories go on, even when I tell my own story, sometimes I exaggerate things or remove some things. It's never quite the way the story was unless it's recorded. Like sometimes when you're telling a story, you're now putting it in your own perspective, and sometimes you tell a story, I feel like it won't be enough. You feel like you add in some factors to make it pop more or to make it more like the shock factor. Sometimes I'm like, maybe some such a thing happened, maybe he has some witchcrafty things or whatever in his house, but maybe the snake breastfeeding thing was like an addition or something, or maybe wanted you to babysit a snake, carry it, or what, like you just added the breastfeeding thing just to, for like the it factor. I'm not like putting aside her story and her suffering. I believe it happened, but I feel like that's just me thinking. I'm like, I have many questions, and I'm a very curious person. So if I have many questions, don't like feel like, oh, I'm really like just passing by her story and not taking it seriously. Actually, I'm taking it more seriously than the Twitter people who kept on saying, "Oh Lord Jesus Christ, your daughter first ate the apple and now she's also breastfeeding the snake," or other people saying, "Sir, I finished breastfeeding the first one. Do you have the second snake? You know, because of money." The people are making really, really serious fun out of this. And that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to understand the situation. Yes, I'm going to tell you things, witchcraft exists, occultism exists, other things exist. I just never really seen it in my life. But I know they exist. But breastfeeding a snake, hey, which guy in Munyonyo? Like, I have many questions, but of course, like she said in the end, she was like, if she dare tells people, she lose everything that's precious to her. So that's why she first of all sent this to Linda incognito. So it's not like Panel will ask her questions, because if you do, she'll lose everything. Literally, that is precious to her. Maybe her life, her family, her loved ones, the money, whatever. So she can't really come out, and she can't even also pinpoint that guy as well. So I guess you just have to be careful. You never know. You never know. It's too good to be true. At least would have been better if he was like gay, honestly. Because if he was gay, like, yeah, I understand, you know, you're gay, you're trying to put on a facade. Some people think you're in a relationship, but behind closed doors, you're gay. Because, you know, in Uganda, it's quite not like the way it is out there, like you're gay and everyone respects it and people will leave you to be whoever. Here, Uganda is a bit tight on that. So you can't go around saying, this is my boyfriend when you're a guy, or this is my girlfriend when you're a girl. So say a lot of people put on facades like, you know, I'm dating this guy, yet behind closed doors, the one maybe I call bestie or something is actually like my girlfriend or like my boyfriend. So if he was actually gay, it would have been a better scenario. You're enjoying his money, you know, whatever, he's not sleeping with you, whatever, and he has another guy he likes. It would be nice, but breastfeeding snakes, man. At least the worst case scenario she thought of him being gay was actually at this point the best case scenario. I wish you actually were, because, but I'm sorry about what you went through, and I hope you actually recover emotionally, whatever, psychologically. She says she hates men now. I don't know if she's now dating women or something, because it could have been either way. It could be also you can meet a woman who's also into occultism, and then so it's, you can't categorize a whole category of people because of what one person did. I feel like that's not fair, saying, oh, I don't like men anymore because one guy made me breastfeed a snake. I think the world doesn't work like that. But anyway, we wish you all the best and I hope you recover. Tell me what you think about this story in the comment section below. What do you think she should do? You know, and more. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Munyonyo. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.